Hi guys, it's Jessica here from Beyond the Wanderlust, and I wanted to bring you a tutorial today on how to enhance your senior's eyes. This is pretty much part of my workflow. It just increases those catchlings that hopefully you're catching from if you're using your reflector, if not just the natural light that you have going on. So they're really super simple, easy to do, and it just brings that much more of a punch to your image. So here I start out with my base layer. Whenever I work with a layer, I always go ahead and duplicate it. That way if you have an error or if you want to go ahead and go back and take something off or just redo anything, it just keeps that background layer separate and saved. Just keeps it clean. So right here, this is a pretty much straight out of camera image. It does have some slight tweaking in Lightroom, so this is pretty close. I haven't done anything else with this in Photoshop. So I'm going to go ahead and come over here, grab my background layer, pull it down, and I'm going to duplicate it right there. That is the best way to duplicate your image, just super easy and quick. So now that I have that, I'm going to go ahead and click L. This is my shortcut on a PC for the lasso tool. I'm going to zoom in first actually. And then I'm just going to go ahead and lasso right around her eyes. It is okay to have grabbed more than just her eyes because we really do want for this, because we're going to take some of it off. So we'll get to that point. We're going to come over here, we're going to go to Adjustments, Curves, and you can see that my lassos went away, but I still know what area I'm working with because over here on my reverse layer mask it shows you the little section that we have. So when we come up, we pull right up in the middle, it shows that area. Again, it's okay, we don't want all this around on her skin tone, but we're going to take that off. Since this is black, again, this is a reverse layer mask, so we're going to come over, click B for brush. We have it on about 80%. We're going to zoom in and we're going to paint that back off. We want to hide that back. It's okay to leave a little bit of it right around her eyes. It just helps kind of increase that shimmer in her eyeshadow or the highlight that the makeup artist used to highlight the inner corners of the eyes or right around the brow bone. So, okay. Let's pull that back out. I'm clicking once. So then that's basically where we're at. To me, that's a little bit too much. I usually have it between 60 and 80% personally. That's just what works best for me and for how I shoot. I would probably keep it there. I like that. Maybe dump it down just a little bit. It just really depends on your clients and how much light you already had coming into their face and their eye color. You just don't want them to look like they're aliens or they've got bug eyes coming out. So find the percentage that works for you. It works for that client. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to flatten that image. I'm going to duplicate that image again. Click in. I'm going to click on O, which is the shortcut for the dodge tool. And I'm going to come in and just dodge in her eyes a little bit. Again, this is just going to add just that little bit more of a punch to her eyes. Then if you go in and go out, on and off, you can see where it's really picked up that little bit of light right there that was extra. For me, again, that's too much. I bring it down between 50 and 60% for this part. Again, if you wanted it even less, bring it all the way down to like 20%. You're still going to have an effect there. It's just not going to be as pronounced. So it's still there. You can still see just a little bit right there in the sky that's moving when I click on and off. So I'm going to bump that back up to about there. And then I would flatten. That to me would be great for her eyes. I would leave it right there. Again, working with that duplicate layer gives you, that's actually your shortcut. If you wanted to go the longer way, or if let's say possibly you had two eyes that one was a little bit different coloring than the other one, lighting wise or positional wise, whatever, for some reason you want the opacity between the two eyes to be different, you could make two layers for that. Or you could go in, shortcut for O, for the dodge, you could go in and dodge one eye, but then you're going to have to remember after every time that you click that, you have to come back up and you have to click Edit, Fade Dodge Tool, and then you have to bring it back down. And so that's where the only benefit to maybe not doing the duplicate would be as if you had two different eyes, two different opacities that you wanted to do. But again, once you click that, then you can see, kind of where it's bringing down. You want to make sure you have your preview button on. Again, the downfall of not having it on a duplicate layer is that then you have to go back up in your history and see, what the effects are and if you like them. If you didn't like them, then you have to click above, leave it there, go back in, dodge again. So this is just some shortcuts on how to increase your client's eyes. Hopefully you can use these in your workflow.